Thank you again. I see that we have a few more people in here as well. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for tuning in online. Again, if you're here present, please don't refrain from the refreshments and food that we have available. Featuring our next business, we have Douglas Best, who is revolutionizing healthcare education. Presenting the partnership company, Douglas Best.
The clicker. Is this the clicker? Good evening. My name is Douglas Best, and I'm the founder of the Partnership Institute. A new nurse was looking at a chest x-ray of a patient who had a feeding tube inserted with a metal guide wire. The emergency room doctor looked at the x-ray to verify placement and said that the tube and the wire was in the lung and to pull it out. The new nurse thought the same, that the tube and the wire was in the lung, but also thought that the tube and wire was through the lung, but didn't say anything because of the stigma of being a new nurse. The tube and wire was pulled from the lung collapsed, and the patient died. Our company, again, is the Partnership Institute, and the brand name that is associated with the problem and solution that we're going to discuss is 101 Train. Poor training in medical communications leads to 80% of the deaths caused by medical errors. Now that's significant because medical errors is considered the third leading cause of death in the United States. There are 960,000 people who are harmed by medical miscommunication every year at a cost of $12 billion annually. Now, when we went out and did customer discovery, it became quite evident that books and videos was not getting it done when it came time to teach medical communication. We need to build simulations based on real life scenarios. The best tool available in education for simulation is virtual reality. It has a 75% retention rate, and when you look at books, it's 10% and video 20%. Bar none, it is far and away the best solution that we can use to teach folks how to be better at communicating in medicine. We are building simulations that mimic real life. Now, this content falls under copyright laws, which means that it has a 70-year shelf life plus the life of the author. Accrediting agencies across the country in healthcare, plus the Texas Board of Nurse Examiners, have determined that half of all clinical hours now can be done in these types of simulations. The total available market in virtual reality at this point is $32 billion. The portion that assigns to the education is $12 billion. And if we were able to capture 0.5%, we would have a $60 million market. The compounded annual growth rate is at 40%, which means by 2030, we would be able to have an established $240 million market by capturing 0.5%. The target market are the secondary, post-secondary, and military schools. Now, obviously, this is going to expand past communications and past medical, which means our content will be highly scalable. We are also going to create content that is a one-time purchase with or without device, and we're going to build subscription content. We are on par as far as our capabilities are with our competition. What we are also able to do is develop original content from real case scenarios that we have lived, and also develop a subscription service to mass distribute this content. We have a dynamic team of experts in medicine and virtual reality with a work history that goes from the US military to NASA, MD Anderson, Tesla, and Humana Government. With the $40,000, we are immediately going to purchase computers and software to pursue this endeavor. We're going to hire unpaid interns that are going to become paid employees by the fourth quarter of 2024. We're going to have content that is marketable and ready to be delivered by the end of the second quarter. The third quarter, we're going to continue to build our content towards the subscription service that we're looking to release in early 2025. We will also get facility space originally here, but when we outgrow that facility space, it is our intention to move into a building in downtown Brownsville where we will become part of that Renaissance movement with the city and the old part of the city. Medical miscommunication is expensive and deadly. Virtual reality is an awesome solution in helping to teach people and get them to retain the information they need to know. It is highly scalable and it has a tremendous growth potential. And we plan to build that growth here in Brownsville, Texas, and the Rio Grande Valley. Thank you.
What is the average cost of building these simulations, and how do you plan to scale at mass so that you can grow this?
That's a great question. When you read online, it will tell you that it is $10,000 a minimum per minute, okay? But we have brought together about 40,000 assets, which means our costs are right at about $1,600 a minute. So we're able to scale this way down by using animation. If we went out and shot video and every time we had to update it, I'd have to go shoot video again. But by using animation, we're able to repurpose the content, repurpose the props. We built, in the video, you saw what's called a NICU, a neonatal intensive care unit. We already have an emergency room built. We have a doctor's office built, the waiting room, multiple locations already built. So a lot of the heavy lifting has been done, but we still need to develop new people to work in this field so that we can grow and go with this. Now, one of the other advisors is a specialist in haptic responses, which means he's going to help us build simulations where we can reach and grab. And he said, Doug, what is one of the first things you want us to work on? I said, I want us to learn how to draw blood and start IVs in virtual reality. So these are things that we're going to be looking to do down in the future, but today, the obvious, low-hanging fruit, it's right there, and it's a huge problem, is dealing with medical communications in virtual reality.
We're out of time.
How many?
Sorry, we're out of time.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you so much.
I guess I'm a bit wordy.
We'll have time at the end.
Thank you.